All right, we are live. Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Nelly of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you this Wednesday evening with Wildcard Wednesday. Now, this usually occurs on Eric Fraunfelter, Thomas Metal 75 of Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel, or Ronald Terrio of Louisiana Beer Reviews. So go check out both of their channels. I'm just filling in since they were both unavailable this evening. And joining me, we have Jeremy Vinson out of Arkansas.
Hey, guys.
We have Michael Kormaroff from Brooklyn, New York.
Hello.
We have Ronnie S. from New York. And joining us for the first time on my channel is Brian from Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue. He's got a great channel, brews some awesome beers, does a lot of cool videos. So go check out his channel. Glad to have you, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we'll go from my left to right, which is Jeremy first. So what are you drinking this evening, Jeremy?
I just got this. It's the Bell official hazy IPA.
All right.
6.4%. They don't even list the IBUs, but I found out it was 55, but they said it doesn't tell the whole story.
Right. All right. Well, I'm excited to see what you think of that beer. Michael, what about you? What are you drinking tonight?
Okay, I'm drinking Samuel Smith's Winter Ale. This is the 2018 edition, and it's 6% alcohol, 32 IBUs.
Awesome. I love that beer. I buy it every year. Great beer. Ronnie S., what about you, man?
Got the Voodoo Ranger Liquid Paradise IPA. 7.8%. Doesn't say the IBUs.
Yeah, for whatever reason, New Belgium is another company that's kind of getting away from listening to IBUs. However, I believe if you go to their website, you can find it there, but unfortunately, they don't list their stuff anymore on the cans.
It's pretty fresh. It's good till June 2nd of this year.
Awesome.
It's
okay,
cool
I had that last week, so I'm excited to see what you think about that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Yeah, love the skeleton they put on all the Voodoo Ranger line. I love the labels on those. Cool. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so Thrash, what are you drinking tonight, man?
From Roaring Fork Beer Company here in Colorado, I got the Flip IPA, and this comes in at 60 IBUs, and it is 6.5% ABV.
All right. Awesome. And that leaves me. So I've got the Westbrook White Tie. Westbrook Brewing Company is out of South Carolina, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. This is 5% alcohol by volume, and it's a Belgian wit beer, but instead of coriander and orange peel, they use fresh lemongrass, ginger root, and a dash of Sriracha Ace hops. So sounds pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and crack open our beers, give them a pour if you haven't already done so, and we'll go back to Jeremy with his thoughts on the Bell's official.
For some reason, I feel like my video is messing up today. Is it messing up?
No, it's clear. I'm looking at the playback here. Mine is a little choppy, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay.
Yep,
okay,
can hear you fine.
Okay. This is a New England style IPA, hazy IPA, double dry hop, combination of Mosaic, Citra, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to hear the rest of it. A refined beer for those who love hops and for those who prefer wheat beer. There you go. I thought somebody was ringing the thing.
That was my phone vibrating you, man. Sorry.
Well, I'm kind of used to that. So hold on. Anyway, this one pours got a finger head on that. It's real clear, hazy, as you would. It's not just a clever name there. Real hazy.
Looks like a New England style IPA almost.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a New England style IPA. So yeah,
well, perfect.
So a little hazy. Let's see what. Let's get a nose on this one. Okay, right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of citrus. A lot of the your standard New England IPA smell there. Tropical, like kind of a peach. You can smell peach in it. Nice. And that's about all I'm getting. A little bitterness on that. Nice. You can smell it's going to be a little bit bitter, not too bad. All right. Now
cheers.
For the taste.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and taste it. See what you think.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh yeah, that is a good beer. New England style IPA beer for sure. It's not a lot of bitterness to it. Got a little bit of sweetness to it, more than just a West Coast style IPA. It's definitely not as bitter as like a Stone, IPA or anything like that.
Is there a lot of citrus notes coming through?
A lot. It's got a lot of I get a little bit of grapefruit in this too. I know I say that on about every one of them, but well, I think they use grapefruit in about all of them.
A lot of the New England style IPAs that don't necessarily get the grapefruit and the piney notes. So it almost sounds more like a cross between the like West Coast and East Coast, kind of like a mix of the two.
It's got a lot of tropical notes in it. I can't describe all of them. But it's a very well crafted beer. Really, really good.
Yeah, it sounds like a winner. Hopefully, Bell's has pretty good distribution, so hopefully that'll make its way to my area at some point. And before we go to Michael, we'll go to you in just a second. Let's catch up on the chat here. We've got Gabriel Salaya is tuning in, says hello. You can join us, Gabe, if you want. Let's see. One sip at a time. Trish says, "What's up, fools? What's going on, Trish?" Gabriel says, "Hello, everyone." Jeremy, Ronnie S. Craig Swinston is tuning in. Says, "Molson Triple X here in New Hampshire. Good evening." That's a good high gravity lager right there. That 7.3% is very smooth for a macro lager that doesn't have a lot of other stuff to mask the alcohol. That's good stuff. Cheers. Robert Collins is tuning in. Says, "Cheers, boys." Cheers to you, Robert. Kent Beer Reviews is tuning in. Hey, from the UK. Cheers, guys. Cheers to you as well, Kent. Thanks for stopping by. Victor Wang is in the chat. Says, "Mikey Kormeroff and William Kepley, beer.com legends." All right, Victor. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bumpy Road is tuning in. He said, "When did this start?" Just got the YouTube notification. Bumpy, if you want to join us, you can. We'll send you the link. Just post something in the comments. Let's see. Man, a lot of people in the chat. Appreciate it, guys. Whiskey Scout is tuning in. Says, "Hey, John. Robert, if you want to join as well, let me know. I'll send you the link." Goodness gracious. Old Car Auto Guy is watching. Says, "Hey, John. Hello to you, Old Car Auto Guy. Cheers." Trish says that Craft Beer Pours is playing basketball with the kids in the playroom, or he'd be in the chat. That's all right. Family first, man.
That's right.
Man, okay. Whiskey Scout is having a Paulaner Hefeweizen. That's a good beer, Robert.
Yep, I love that one.
And
Whiskey Scout says send him the link.
All right, I'll send you the link, Whiskey Scout. All right, so thanks to everybody in the chat. So while I'm sending the link to Robert, we will go to Michael Kormeroff with his beer. Give us a breakdown.
Okay, it's funny. I was noticing when I opened the bottle, I thought it was going to be 11.2 ounces like all the other European stuff, but it's a 12-ounce bottle, 355 milliliters. Now, it's imported by Merchant de Van. Maybe that's the reason it's 12, not 11.2. So it's a full American-style bottle. This is what the pour looks like. It's kind of like a copper golden, I guess you'd say a reddish copper.
Mm-hmm.
And the head was a little bit bigger when I poured it. It's come down a little bit. Right now it's like a quarter of a finger head, off white. Let me get the nose. It's got kind of a nutty nose. You can smell the malts in it as well. Let me give it a taste. You get the nutty taste as well following the nose. The difference between this kind of ale and an American ale is the hops are not front and center. This is very malt driven. The hops are there and they're playing, but they're not the primary leaders of the beer. It's kind of, for 32 IBU, you're really not getting very much bitterness at all. But 32 is moderate bitterness anyway. It's not high, but you'd think 32 would taste more bitter, and it's not very bitter. Very smooth, very balanced. Very nice beer. I like it. And I think it's the same. I think it's the same recipe every year. They just change the bottle. I don't think they changed the recipe.
It's good beer, though. I've had it before.
Very nice.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to.
And it was on sale at my food co-op too, so it's a deal also.
Nice.
All right. Well, we'll come back to you here in a little bit with your final thoughts and rating. And in the meantime, we'll shoot over to Ronnie S. How's that liquid paradise treating you?
All right, here's the pour.
Nice.
It's later than I thought it would be. Banana maybe. It's not heavy. Goes down pretty smooth.
Is it a sweet banana smell on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fruity, you know, banana, maybe other fruits. A fruity taste too.
Really clear.
It is, right? It had a big head on it,
yeah,
but it dissipated a lot. It's,
is there bitterness or not?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
not too bitter.
Not that I'm picking up. Fruity and smooth, I'd say.
That sounds good.
All right. Yeah, I remember. I really like that one. The Voodoo Ranger line in general has been very good in my experience, and they have one of the better mass-produced New England style IPAs that I've had. The
I haven't tried that
Juicy
yet.
Haze, yeah, Juicy Haze.
It's on my
really
list.
good stuff. And then they have an Imperial IPA, which is 9%, and that is a beast of an IPA. It's really good.
Yeah, you recommend that one?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely really hoppy. It's got a lot of bitterness, but for an Imperial IPA, I mean, it's pretty much world class, in my opinion. Actually, the Liquid Paradise, as good as it is actually one of my least favorite from the Voodoo Ranger line. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's still
I
an
gotta try some
beer.
more of their stuff.
Hi, Robert.
Robert, what's up?
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, Robert.
What do you have? No. I spoke out of line. Hold on. John's officiating this.
You can go ahead, Robert, and tell us what you got. That's cool.
He's like, no.
Only when you're ready for me.
Go ahead, Robert. You're good.
Okay, well, just a Polliner Hefeweizen.
I'm hearing echo.
Okay. It's an 11 2-ounce bottle, 5.5% alcohol by volume. Yep.
Yeah, Robert, do you have YouTube in the background playing or something? Getting an echo.
I don't know. Is it still there?
Now it went away. It went away.
I think you got it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I had too many pages open. Anyway, it's a natural wheat beer. I drank a lot of it when I was over in Germany, when I was stationed over there. I don't know IBUs or any other stuff, but it's good. And I know what I'm getting. I've had a lot of it, and I like it. So
What is
I
that
picked
again?
up a fancy sheet of glass at the Goodwill.
That's where I get my glasses.
Yeah, a lot of people say
Nothing wrong
that.
with
Heck yeah, it's cheap. $2.
There you go.
Right.
So, anyway, I've already drank some out of the bottle.
You want to
That's a
describe how it
typical
tastes? Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's a typical wheat beer. It's a little bit cloudy. It doesn't get a real big head on it. Over in Germany, they always serve it with a few grains of rice in the bottom that keep it bubbling for whatever reason. That's just how they serve it. It's just not a very intense. It's just a really good. I mean, I don't know how to. I'm not as good as you guys at this. It's just a good, real good metered beer taste. I mean, it just no highs, no lows. It's just stays on your palate and goes on through, and you get a lot of wheat.
Is it smooth?
Oh yeah, yes, it's very smooth. That's a good word for it. Very smooth. A little light citrus in it. There is a little bit of a light citrus note to it. It's probably from the yeast, I would guess, but I like it.
I've had it before. It's a good beer for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very good.
What is it again? What kind?
It's
Paulaner.
Paulaner Hefeweizen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never seen that.
Now, a lot of the Hefeweizen beers, you get like banana notes, banana, clove, stuff like that. Are you picking up any banana?
No, I don't
Not with
notice
that
any
one?
banana. More of maybe a little light orange citrus to it. That'd be about it. I paid $1.56 for it.
Not a bad price.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
12 ounce.
So, anyway, any
All
other
right.
questions?
Well, we'll let you keep sipping on that, and we'll come back around for your final thoughts and rating on it here shortly. Let's see. Next in line, we have Thrash over there in Colorado. How's your beer?
Hey, Robert, we'll have to catch up. I was stationed over in Germany back in the 80s as well. So
I was in Mannheim, Coleman Barracks.
I was in Ludwigsburg, Flachkaserne, just north of Stuttgart. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So the Flip IPA, this one, when I poured it, it came out like a regular IPA color, and then in the bottom of the can, it had.
Is Thrash frozen?
Yeah, yes, he is.
Come on.
This happens sometimes.
Like I said, the hops are in the bottom of the can, and the head was there for a little bit. It's being maintained by the carbonation, but it dissipated pretty quick. The basic notes, a lot of malt, caramel flavors on the nose, a little bit of lemon zest. Tasting it, the bitterness is up there. It's a 60 IBU. So it's not a punch in the face with the bitterness, but it's there.
Yeah.
I'm picking up a bit of some light fruit in here as well, like nectarine almost. Maybe a little mango. Tangerine maybe as well in this.
Wow, sounds
It's
awesome.
got a lot of stuff in it, doesn't it?
It's bitter. The caramel malts really come through on this one. It's assertive but balanced on the malt to hop profile. The beer's finish is pretty dry. It's a light medium bitter on the back end. The mouthfeel is pretty smooth on it. It's warming. It's not astringent at all. The carbonation, you can't see through it, but you can tell it's very light by the head. It's got some legs for 6.5. Not too bad. Lacing's not too bad. And the beer's body is pretty medium balanced. It's medium balanced. Not delicate at all, and it's not heavy. So it's a nice tasting beer. I'm happy with it.
Would you guess it's a West Coast style?
No, because West Coast has got a lot of the piney, a lot of the dank. This
This is
doesn't
more
have any.
more fruity.
Yeah, this is more fruity.
Okay.
I don't. It doesn't say which hops they used in here, but you can tell that it's more in line. It's not with the C hops like Cascade, Centennial, them. I think they used more in line to I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out what they used in this one, but it's not that at all. It doesn't have that dank or piney note to it.
Maybe it's New Zealand or Australian hops. Those
Yeah,
tend
it
to
could
be
be.
more fruity.
Yeah, Galaxy in there maybe something like that. Yeah, it's very good though.
Sounds good.
Maybe Amarillo in here as well.
All
Yeah.
right.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll let you keep sitting on that, and we'll come back around for final thoughts and rating. But it sounds like a winner. I definitely love to try that one.
Yeah.
And that leaves me with the Westbrook white tie. I've had a lot of it since I'm going last year. I've drank over half of it. It's very, very enjoyable. It poured with a nice head, and as you can see, there's some nice lacing going down the glass. So basically, take Blue Moon, right? Wheat beer, but instead of the orange peel and the coriander, they've got the ginger, lemongrass, and they added some Sriracha Ace hops. So it's very light-bodied. It's high on the carbonation, very refreshing. Definitely getting the lemongrass right up front. There's a nice little bitterness from this one as well, coming from the hops, but it's not overly bitter. It's more of hop character, the slight bitterness on the finish to balance it out. But I'm getting more character from the hops than bitterness, which is really nice. The ginger comes through a little bit on the back end, but it's not as upfront as I kind of thought it would be, just based on the description on the label. Mostly the lemongrass is really what you're getting. It's great. I mean, it's really refreshing. It's really light-bodied. At 5% alcohol, it's sessionable. I think it's a winner. It was $9.99 for the 6-pack, which for a craft beer of this caliber, I think is pretty reasonable. This would be a great alternative to like a summertime, like a Corona Extra or Budweiser, any macro lager. This would be a slightly elevated quality beer along those lines because super sessionable, easy drinking, and ultra refreshing. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I bought it. Thanks to Emily Cannon. She's a new beer reviewer on YouTube. She actually requested that I try this, so shout out to you. Everybody go check out her channel if you haven't already. She's new to the YouTube beer community, but she's actually in school right now. She's training to become a Cicerone. So good luck, Emily, and thanks for the recommendation.
John, I'm sorry. What kind of beer was that again?
This is Westbrook White Tie, Westbrook Brewing Company out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Yeah, that's nice.
I can
You said
get
it's
it. I
5%.
can definitely get it.
5%. Very.
A sessionable IPA.
I don't.
No, this is a wheat beer. This is not an IPA. It's very. It's not anywhere near an IPA. It's very mellow and more on the sweet and herbal side, but not from the hops, from the lemongrass and the ginger that they add in here.
It makes it refreshing, doesn't it?
It is very refreshing, yeah.
Yeah, the lemongrass, especially with
Lemongrass for sure. And then the Sriracha Ace hops, very, very nice hop character from those hops without adding a ton of bitterness, which for me, a light 5% beer like this, that's exactly what you want. You don't want something that's super bitter because it takes away from the sessionability, and that's obviously not what they were going for with this one. So
awesome.
All right,
good.
So real quick, we'll go back to the chat, see if we have any more comments, and then we'll go back around for final thoughts and
We
ratings.
got a few people who want to join, actually.
Really? Who? Let's see.
We got Bumpy said he might come on.
Bumpy will come on in about 20, yeah. I think
we'll be done in 20 minutes. He can join us off air.
John will not be attending, by the way. He sent me a text.
Actually, Thrash, if you want to send him the link really quick, you can, but we're not gonna stay on more than like another 15, 20 minutes.
You got Wet Dreams.
Live anyway. We'll
He
hang
wants
out
to get in.
afterwards, but let's see.
I'm actually interested in Wet Dreams. He put up a picture of a Mexican beer about an hour ago called Indio. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah. I've heard of it. I've never tried it.
So I'm curious to see how it is.
Hey,
So-
Wet, you got my email address, dude? I don't have yours. Usually you're on already.
I don't know. I think I've got it. I'll send it to him here in just a second. All right.
Okay.
Back to the chat real quick. Victor Wang says Polliner has a nectar peachy twang to me. Okay. Sounds, yeah. Robert kind of described a peachiness to the Polliner, so sounds good for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Wet Dream says hello. All right, we'll send you the link here in a minute. Brewski says, LOL, sorry guys, thought it was another kind of party. Cheers anyway.
Cheers, Drewski.
All right, Drewski. Behave yourself.
Right.
All right. And Victor Wang says, Indio is a solid brew. It's darker. I think I've had Indio, but it's been a long time. It's not really that common around here.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's been years. So
it's not the typical Mexican lager, like Corona.
well, I guess
Modelo.
it kind of is. It's just not a typical.
Yeah.
It's not typical in regards to the availability, from my understanding.
Well, it's darker, you say though.
It's more like maybe like a Victoria or a Negra Modelo or something like that.
Okay.
Victoria is
Like
really
a
good.
darker, like a darker Mexican beer, yeah. All right, so back to Jeremy with your final thoughts and rating on the Bell's Official.
Well,
And it's almost gone, so it must be pretty good.
well, you know how I roll on that. But anyway, yeah, it's really good. It's just got a smooth taste. Nothing offsetting or unpleasant about it. It's just like, to me, it has a little bit more of the piney West Coast. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So I will give this a 92,
All right.
A minus. And
what
that's
was the,
official. That's official.
Did you buy a 6-pack, a 12-pack?
No, I just bought this one.
And how much was it? Did you
I think it was
say how much
180.
it was? 180? Okay, not too bad.
What is that? A 24 ounce? A 12
No,
ounce?
it's 12. This is 12.
It's hard to
All right, I
find
think
stores
you
that
can
just
buy
sell
the- I
12
think
ounces.
Buy the 6-packs for like $9.89 and the 12-packs for $12.99, which for Bell's beer is about average.
Yeah. I didn't want to buy. That was buying singles though, so I was trying to buy as many. 'Cause
That
I
was
knew this
that
was
was
the
one of the
new one.
ones you got in Missouri, right?
There's not many reviews on this one actually, so I don't know how long it's been out, but
Right. You
Think
bought
about
that
two
one when you were in Missouri, right?
yeah, I got that when I was in Missouri, and I just bought stuff I didn't think I could find back home. So
That's a good idea.
Okay. All right. So sounds like a pretty solid beer. Next, we'll go back to Michael and
Okay,
his thoughts and rating it.
Okay, as it's been sitting, the things I didn't describe, the mouthfeel is light on it. It has kind of a little slickness to it. And the finish is semi-dry. I am going to give it a 94,
whoa,
which is an A.
right.
Do you mind holding the can up to the camera again, just real quick, so I can make a mental note?
You want Jeremy's? Mine's a bottle.
Or a bottle? Yeah. That's what I meant. Oh, okay. That's right. I just wanted to see because they change the label design every year. I wanted to see what it had on the label.
I still don't see it for some reason.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
not-
blurry, but
You got it, Jeremy? Can you see it?
Oh, okay, now, yeah. Yeah, I
what
like
is it
their
called,
stuff.
Michael?
It's called Samuel Smith's Winter Welcome Ale.
Samuel Smith makes some great beers for the price, especially.
They really do, yeah.
Where'd you
And
get that?
this is one of the co-op super bargains. $1 for a 12-ounce bottle.
Are you serious?
What's co-op?
Wow.
Food co-op I belong to. I mean,
Michael,
you have to work. You have to work.
deals.
You have to work.
I don't.
It's not open to the
I don't
public.
believe I've had a bad Samuel Smiths yet.
Me either. I was going to say that. I've liked everything I've tried from them.
But
Yep.
you know, the food co-op is great. They have a lot of different stuff, but you have to be a member and you have to work 3 hours every 4 weeks. Now I'm retired now. I put in my 30 years.
Where you
or
have to work anywhere?
at the
you have
food
to work
co-op.
there.
In other words, it's a store and you have to be, you know, the cash register, the entrance, exit person. It's a
Oh.
co-op. But
Okay.
it's funny, I got off pretty easy because since I was the full-time provider, my wife worked for me most of the time. So I put in very little actual time working at the co-op. I did it, but very little.
And
So
Michael,
my wife would
Michael
work.
gets
My
some-
wife would work my shift too.
Michael was posting
Really?
some pictures the other day. He was getting the a stout and some other beer that like 25 cents a can, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
Well, they hit-
wow. For a stout?
I'll tell you what happens a lot. They
And this is
end
in New
up-
York City.
Serious?
This is in Brooklyn. They end up a lot of times buying something, and they buy more than they should because it doesn't like that was a pumpkin stout that that John saw that they had for a quarter a can for a 12-ounce can, and admittedly, the only reason it's marked down is, and we will be fair with it, it's dated. But the problem is, even in a low alcohol pumpkin beer, it's not going to go bad as long as the
Right.
carbonation holds up in the can. It'll be fine. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
And they had also they had something. They had something else for 50 cents that I thought was a good deal also. But they always have stuff for like $1. Now their average prices are higher, but they're still reasonable. You know, it's not off the wall kind of stuff. But they can't really buy volume, and that's the problem. Sometimes the distributor will say, "Okay, take these extra cases," and they try to move them. And if they don't move at a certain speed, then they mark them down. They might lose money on this pumpkin stout, but how much can they lose? What they spend for it? 75 or 80 cents, and they sell it for a quarter. So they're not getting beat really too bad anyway. And that's it.
Yeah.
So the regular price might have been $1.25 that they sold it for. So they lower it to a quarter just to get rid of it. And it
I
moves
gotta
out
get a job
quickly.
at this place.
When they cut the price, it moves out really fast because everybody takes one or two.
Yeah, I would be in trouble if I lived around there.
I've never heard of this place. I guess it's just around Brooklyn area.
Well,
It
this
would
is
move
just-
really quick.
This is the largest food co-op, working food co-op in the East Coast. Because you
Wow.
have to work. In other words, there are other co-ops where they let you come in and pay more. In other words, if you're not a worker, you come in and you pay a higher rate. Here, the only people who are allowed to shop are people who work.
That's weird.
That's
All
cool.
right.
So they don't sell to
So-
anybody if they don't work there?
Now, there are ways of sneaking people in as guests, but you're not allowed to take anything. You would have to point it out to the actual co-op member, and then he gets it for you as a gift. And that's how it's done. And if money changes
Light
hands,
bulbs are going off in Ronnie S.'s head. I could just see it.
if money
Right.
changes,
How do
changes
I
hands
get
later, they don't
into
see
this,
it. They don't see it
cool.
if there's a cash exchange later. It left as a gift, and then hey, that's it. But I've gifted.
It's
I've gifted
interesting
beer to
stuff.
people.
Man.
Now, if Ronnie goes in there and says, "Hey, I know Michael," is he going to get a discount?
Can I get a gift? Or...
No, they're not giving anybody. They're not giving anybody gifts. I'm just saying, if Ronnie came to Brooklyn to visit me, I would
Right.
take him as a guest, and he would point out to me what he wants, and I would get it for him.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
so it's like a gym. Like you have a membership at the gym. You bring a guest.
That kind of thing. But they don't. You go up and it's weird. They say, "Are you a guest?" You do
Right.
realize you can't buy anything, and they give you this whole thing. All you have to do is keep saying yes, and then you just leave and you go down and you look around and you have a badge on that says you're a visitor.
Wow. Wow.
And it's interesting, but
Official stuff.
it's official.
They have a huge selection.
Yeah. How's it? The beer selection?
I think it's really terrific, but it's still limited how much space they have for it. They have a whole can section, they have a bottle section, and then all these specials are in like 3 or 4 different end caps where they're trying to get rid of individual stuff that they have in different places. But
Wow.
they probably have 300 different beers. They're not all on the floor though. Some are in the basement, and when one sells out, they bring up another one. That kind of thing. So they're not all regular.
Basement when I get there.
Jeremy, anytime you want to come up and visit, you're welcome.
All right, so real quick, we'll go to the chat, and then we're going to go back to Robert with his final thoughts and rating on the Polliner Hefeweizen. So we've got John H. Pierre in the chat. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen. How y'all doing?" Well, we're doing just fine. John, where are you at? And he said, he says he's headed home, about to have a Budweiser for some chicken wings, watching live tournament games tonight. Oh, the March Madness. Okay,
right.
Cool.
Yeah. Cheers, John.
Chicken wings and March Madness sounds like a hell of an evening.
It's a hell of a Wednesday night.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see. The J-Man from Charm Brewing says, "Good morning, fellas." He's over in Australia, so good morning to you, J-Man. Thanks for watching. I think that confused Ronnie because he put question marks in the chat. Yeah, J-Man.
No, I put it for something else.
Oh, okay.
Victor Wayne had a comment.
Yeah, he said Mikey is going to give him the pipe. I'm not sure. Not really sure what that means.
So I said maybe smoke a pipe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you meant like hit him over the head with a pipe. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So anyway, back to Robert the Whiskey Scout. By the way, if anybody is not subscribed to the Whiskey Scout, go check out his channel. If you want really in-depth reviews with cool locales, go check out his channel. He does a really good job.
That's right.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much. I'm gonna lead with, it's light and soft. The wheat, I do notice as I've got to the bottom of it, more of a maltiness starts to take place in it. I start to get that on the middle part of my tongue. Still get the orange. I've been taking a few notes while I've been going along. What I like about it is it's a good flavor that builds within the first sip and it builds across your tongue. Then it has kind of a long, slow, very light, but very good finish. And to me, it's a 93. I really like it.
All right. Yeah, I've always enjoyed it. It's been a while since I've had it, but and I think they have other variants too. That's their just the regular old Hefeweizen. I think they have 2 or 3.
Polliner makes several styles.
Right.
I drink the Hefeweizen for the most part. They do have an Oktoberfest one they put out, seasonally, and that's really good too. I don't know. There's most any of the German Hefeweizens you're not going to go too wrong with. It's been my experience anyway. Some are better than others. This is one of the better ones.
I tend to agree with that.
All right. Sounds great. So the pressure is on. Yes, everybody's given their beer an A so far. So what do you think about the Liquid Paradise? Does it
I'm
stack
just finishing it up now.
Good lacing. Look at that.
Yeah, big time.
I mean, I'm not going to differ from the pack here. This is great.
Well, no, I mean, give it.
I bought
honest
this
beer
$12.99 for a 6-pack at the local beer distributor, plus tax and deposit.
Did you say $12.99?
Yeah, $12.99.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot higher than here.
I think it's just New York prices. It's just like
yeah.
I don't think it's much better.
You got to into the co-op with Michael. He'll.
I know.
Ronnie, anytime you want to come in, just let me know.
It's supposed to be more expensive in the city.
But this is a food co-op, so it's going to be. They're going to try to pass along savings to the members.
But you can't. It's like going to the gym, but you can't lift.
Right.
If you lift something, you could be in trouble. But
right. You could go to the gym with him, but you can't lift it. In other words, you can't buy anything. He's got to buy it and give it to you as a gift. See?
Yep, that's how it works.
I really
Do
like.
they have a limit at the co-op at how much you can buy?
Just real quick, guys. I'm just going to give my number
You
here.
could walk out with the whole co-op if you wanted.
Are you serious?
Wow. So Ronnie, yes. So back to
go back to New York. His tail into his truck going to be
I'm going to give it a 95, guys.
Okay.
95. Okay.
Good.
Solid A. I think that's what I rated it when I had it. It's a great beer.
I'll just throw in too that 7.8%, which is pretty high, and you don't taste it at all. Not at all.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about the Voodoo Ranger series. They're all high alcohol and they're all masked really well. So you can get into it. You can have a heck of a party with the Voodoo Ranger series.
Yeah, it could be good. It could be bad.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, so back to Brian over there at Thrash Metal Homebrew Barbecue.
All right, I'm going to throw a wrench on the whole thing.
Oh no!
He's not giving it an A.
It's not going to get an A. And the reason why, it could be a livelier beer, I think. For an IPA, the malt's there along with the hops, but I think it lacks some brightness along with a bit more carbonation with it. I mean, if you stir it up a bit like with any other beer, sure, it kind of looks really good. The lacing's not, really quite there. The taste, I mean, it really went hoppy sitting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the malt characters, they're there, but the hops are it's not balanced anymore. So I would give this guy a B. So I would give it probably a B plus. They could do more with this and make it a better beer. I'd give it an 87.
87.
Okay.
Wow.
It's drinkable, but I wouldn't drink it all night.
You wouldn't buy any more?
It would.
I don't think I would probably buy it. It's just that I've had much better. You know what I mean? So comparing an IPA to IPA, it doesn't stand up to be an A at all.
And where you are, Colorado is a good IPA state. So there's a lot of good IPAs in Colorado.
I think this actually comes out of Colorado.
The Voodoo Ranger, yeah.
Yeah.
They're New Belgian brewery, yep.
Yeah, New Belgium.
They have a brewery now in North Carolina as well.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
North Carolina seems to be now the place where a lot of these Colorado and other states have moved.
I believe it's Asheville, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is a big brewing city. There's quite a few breweries there.
Huh.
All right. Well, so that leaves me. The White Tie. It's an excellent beer. Like I said, it's a good sessionable alternative to like a American Adjunct Lager or like a Blue Moon or Shop Top or other wheat beers.
Yeah.
It's a different take with the different ingredients in there, and I think the addition of the Sriracha Ace hops adds a lot of character. I'm gonna go with an A, but it's a little too light. Like, I don't know, I've been getting into heavier, more complex beers. It's great, and the flavor that's there is incredible, and it would be great out by the pool or after doing yard work, something like that, but it's not a solid A for me. So I'm going to go with a 92, which is an A minus.
Wow, that's good.
But it's still excellent. I'm being nitpicky. All right, so we'll go back to the chat real quick, and then we'll close this out. Let's see. Victor Wayne says he's just messing around, I guess, talking about the pipe comment.
Oh, good, bro.
Victor Wayne says, just don't lift pipe. I don't know.
I don't know where he's going with that one.
Mate.
Let's see. Wet Dreams. We're gonna close this out live, Wet Dreams. But if you don't already have the link, we'll send it to you so you can hang out with us for a while.
Well, Bumpy said he wants to join.
Bumpy says he said this again, putting up new video. Then I'll be good to join. So we'll be off here. You can join and hang out. We don't want to keep the live stream going too long here. And Jeremy, we're not serious here. We have fun. What are you talking about, man?
Well, I mean, it's more of a beer review than just
yeah. But
John, we can throw some pipe around if that's what Victor wants to do.
Whoa.
I don't know. It depends on what he's talking about with that. But anyway.
Hey, keep your pipe to yourself.
All right. So thank you to everybody for tuning in. We appreciate all the viewers and the comments. That's what keeps us going here. And, I guess tune in next week on Wednesday to either Thomas Metal 75, Massachusetts Beer Reviews, or probably Ron Ontario of Louisiana Beer Reviews. And if neither one of them can do it again, then I guess you'll be stuck with me. But thank you to Jeremy, Michael, Robert, oh my God, Ronnie S. Almost forgot your name. And Brian over there at Thrash Metal Homebrew Barbecue. I appreciate all you guys joining. That'll do it for
Cheers,
the first
everybody.
ever edition of Wildcard Wednesday on Georgia Beer Reviews.
Cheers, all.
Cheers, everybody. Hope everybody has a great night. And we'll see you on the next one.
Enjoy the games.
That's right. March Madness. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.